I'm Deanne from boysandgirlshairstyles.com. We've had a request to do a double French braid down the back and specifically how to do one tight. So I've already done one side of Ashlyn's hair. It was for a braid on long, thick hair. And so we've used Ashlyn because she has long, thick hair. I like to start these braids wet. Her hair I've just sprayed down with a water bottle, but I think they go better, they look cleaner if they're wet when you start. So I'm going to piece off about this much hair. This is Braylon. She's not happy right now. She's in the background. Okay, so I've got it wet and I'm going to break it into the three parts. Now, a French braid is just like a regular braid, except every time you cross a piece over, you pick up a piece of hair that's down. Okay? And then the other thing, to help keep it straight, I'm going to keep my, tight. You have to pull it tight, so Ashlyn's face will probably wince a little bit. And then I hold my thumb on it right here to kind of help hold in what I've done. So I'm going to start, it's this piece's turn to go over. So I'm going to grab a section of hair. You can grab the sections of hair as thick or thin as you want. I prefer a thicker piece. Okay, and then I've pulled that over and I'm going to use a brush to comb through all of that and make it tight. If I'm not concerned about it being tight, I'll just use my fingers. But if you want it tight and smooth, you're going to want to use a brush. Okay, and then I'm going to pull that in tight and put my thumb on it. Now I'm going to bring in the next part, and her hair's wet, so it pulls too. Tight French braids are not a pleasant process. Okay, I'm going to use the brush, brush that smooth. Okay, now we're going to pull it tight. She's going to hate it for a minute. Okay. And I'm pushing my thumb over that hair to just smooth it down again. I'm going to grab another piece. I like to grab on this back side by the part a little bit of a thicker piece of hair than I do in the front, because then they'll end at the same time. Otherwise you have hair in the back still and no hair in the front to pull into your braid. Okay. And she's going to brace herself because we're going to pull it tight again. And again, I'm going to kind of use my thumbs to hold that down, smooth it out. Okay, here comes the next piece. A little thinner piece than I use in the back. And brush that smooth. Now, if you're doing this on yourself, it's going to be a little tricky with the brush to hold everything in place. But a little bit of practice and you should be great at it. Okay. Okay, I just got tangled up here. Okay. Then a thicker piece from the back. Brush that smooth. Okay. Okay. Front piece over. Brush that one. Okay, got my thumb on it. Next piece of hair. Put that over. Brush through it. Okay, so again, just like a regular braid, you go to put this piece over and you just grab a section of hair that's hanging down and combine it in with that braid, in with that strand of hair. Smooth that one out. Okay, pull it tight. Another piece of hair. If you guys haven't seen Braylon, she's Rodana's youngest. She's 2 and she is an absolute doll. You'll have to find some of our videos with her on it. Little girl pigtails. She is a hoot. She gives us a run. She gives Rodana a run for her money. But she is a lot of fun. Okay, so I just pulled in that last one. She likes videos. She gets excited when it's time for videos. And she tells us all we need to be quiet. So then you just braid this down. I'm going to braid this to keep it in line with the tight up here. I'm going to, as I braid it, I just kind of pull it tight like that. And then that keeps the tightness all the way down. The looser braids, you know, if you comb through with your fingers and things, you won't need to pull it quite so tight as you braid it down. Again, I think this is a lot easier when your hair is wet, like when you're right out of the, when you're right out of the shower, or right after you've washed your hair. It's a little bit easier to keep all the hair down flat. But there you have a double French braid on long thick hair that is a tight braid. Good luck!